Oh man. Wow, man. Holy shit. Isn't it a great time to be a comic book fan? In particular, isn't it a great time to be a fucking DC fan? Yo, sorry. DC, Warner Brothers, give yourself a round of applause. This has been DC's year, man. DC's been doing great this year. Whether you wanna dispute or disagree with me, that's fine. But you can't deny DC did good this year. We had the Snyder Cut, which to me was a good movie, a surprisingly good movie. Yeah, it's not a conventional, typical movie, but it was fun. And the simple fact that it was better than the Josh Whedon cut to me is an A+ in my book, because that shit was fucking garbage. And now we got something very beautiful, something really great, which is called The Suicide Squad. And fuck, I watched that movie 3 times and I'm still fucking amazed on what they did with it. Damn. James fucking Gunn. I said it before and I'll say it again. Before the movie came out, I said James Gunn was gonna give y'all motherfuckers, you DC fans, you guys are a bunch of hypocrites. Because I heard some of y'all motherfuckers saying, well, fuck Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is trash. But then it's praising this movie. And all I gotta say is you guys are a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Because I said it before and I'll say it again. I was like, do not bet against James Gunn. Because James Gunn is gonna give y'all something fucking special. He's gonna nail this shit. And he did it. But we're gonna get into that. Hello, welcome. It's your boy, Jahi, a.k.a. Mr. Degenerate. Back at it again, man. And holy shit, man. This movie is fucking amazing, man. I fucking love The Suicide Squad. Let's talk about the old Suicide Squad. Because I gotta tell you. The first Suicide Squad movie was fucking garbage. I don't know why DC fans are arguing that we should see the fucking Ayers cut. No one cares. Fuck that movie. After seeing this movie, fuck that Ayers cut. You're probably a great director, but I don't give a fuck about your movie because it's not gonna have the heart or soul that James Gunn has. James Gunn is just a fucking amazing man. He's just got it. This is the same guy who literally took a fucking talking raccoon and a fucking talking tree and made them the most iconic fucking superheroes in the Marvel universe. To me, The Suicide Squad is basically Guardians of the Galaxy on fucking steroids. It is James Gunn on high alert. This motherfucker is snorking cocaine while he was making this movie. He was just like, motherfucker, Disney, you didn't want me? You fucking got rid of me? Alright, cool. I'm gonna go to fucking Warner Brothers and I'm gonna light it up. I'm gonna fuck this shit up so bad that fucking Disney, you gonna have to give me back my job over at fucking Marvel. You gonna give me my job back. And man, does he fucking do it. He fucking, one of the beautifulest things in this movie, and the thing I love so much about this movie, and spoilers, I'm gonna spoil this movie, is that this movie does the same thing that Guardians do. And this is why I say people are hypocrites if they don't if you say you hate Guardians of the Galaxy and love this movie, is that Guardians of the Galaxy takes these low level, I would say C to D list characters, and finds a way to bring out humanity in the most convenient way, in the most simplified way. James Gunn does it again in this movie too. This is why I consider this a darker take on Guardians of the Galaxy, because he takes characters that you would never think you would like and actually makes you make you root for them and actually feel something and empathize with them. I think the whole theme of this movie is the theme of empathy through villains, making you empathize with people. That even though people have done some horrible things, there's a light in some of them. There's still that light and hope inside of them. And James Gunn shows this throughout. In Guardians, he shows that, and in this movie, he definitely shows that. Motherfucker, like if you had told me I would fucking want to hug a giant fucking shark and want to be friends with a giant shark, like King Shark is that man in this movie. Like, he is that that nigga. Like, throughout the whole movie, he's a giant fucking talking shark that wants to eat everybody. And the only character in this movie, my favorite character, Ratcatcher, is the only one that's like giving him something that he's never had before, friendship. And there's a beautiful shot in the movie, beautiful shot where they have to infiltrate the city, and he's sitting in the car, and the camera like pans into his eyes, and he's just looking out the window, and you just feel that sadness. You're like, damn, bro, like you get the sense that this guy never had friends, never had anybody to associate with, because he doesn't know how to have friends, and you feel that. And Ratcatcher's the only one that gives him a friendship. And then look at fucking Ratcatcher, like, my baby girl, best character in the fucking movie, the heart of the movie, the heart throughout the whole movie. I'm trying to figure out, why are you part of the Suicide Squad? Because you're the most nicest fucking person in this whole entire group. And due to circumstances, daddy issues puts her in the team. And you learn her backstory of being homeless, and her dad was fucking cocaine drug addict and whatnot, and she's trying to make it on her own because she don't have anybody, and they sent her to fucking jail just because she stole a few things with rats. And it's like, fuck, and you feel that, and man, and then you get to this great relationship between her and fucking Bloodsport. Which, by the way, Bloodsport is fucking, he's basically Deadshot if Deadshot was written better. Like, that fucking first Suicide Squad movie fucking sucks, because this is how Deadshot is supposed to be. But back on to their relationship. Like, Deadshot, Bloodsport and Ratcatcher have this great relationship, this like almost father and daughter relationship, where they both just have moments of talking with each other, of empathizing with each other, and it leads to this great scene where they're just like, yo, why don't you like rats? Well, I have a ratophobia. It's like, why don't you like rats? It's like, I've been tortured by rats because of my father. And he literally in the movie says, like, yo, you got daddy issues. And it turns out, like, no, you have daddy issues too, bro. It's like, and it have them two bond, and by the end of the movie, they're just like, I'm gonna save you, and she's like, no, I'm gonna make sure you get out of here. Both fucking sympathizing with each other, and it's so great, and it leads to them basically, for the first time ever, being more than what they've ever been. Like, that's fucking dope. Like, halfway through the movie, fucking Ratcatcher almost gets killed by Peacemaker, which we're gonna get into Peacemaker. Peacemaker, and like, without hesitation, this guy went into father mode. He goes into father mode and literally is like, shoots fucking Peacemaker. And it's funny because throughout the whole movie, he's like, I don't give a fuck about being a father. I don't give a fuck about that kid. But there's moments in the movie where Bloodsport acts completely out of character than what he's saying. He almost fucking kills Waller just because Waller threatened to put his daughter in part of the Suicide Squad. That's fucking crazy to me. This movie is insane of how much it fucking makes you root for people. Even fucking Polka Dot Man, the most silliest fucking villain I've ever heard. Like, shit. You find out, like, he's the most nicest person on the fucking team as well, next to fucking Ratcatcher. He's a little weird, and, he's tragic, but, he gets a moment to shine. Fucking hell, everybody gets a moment of like being vulnerable and you liking them. Like, fuck me. Fuck me in my ass, this movie's good. Like, fuck. Everyone gets a moment to shine. Even fucking Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller in this is a fucking cold bitch. Shout outs to Viola Davis, man. She's fucking awesome in this movie. I thought she was good in the first Suicide Squad movie, and I was like, you gotta bring her back. And then she proves why she's got a fucking Oscar in her fucking belt, alright? Because there's moments in here where I'm just like, Amanda Waller is just like a fucking cold bitch. There are moments in this movie where she's just saying shit and you just get the impression she don't give a fuck. It is what it is. And she's cutthroat and ruthless. Like, this is the Amanda Waller I know from the fucking comics and the fucking anime, especially the animated series. This is the type of bitch that will fucking stand up to Batman and not give a shit. Will talk to Batman and make Batman look like a bitch. And I fucking love it. Again, James Gunn knows how to bring out that slight humanity and make people disgusting people. But also, it's fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Like, even the main villain, which I don't even think he's a villain in this movie, Starro. Starro's kind of the main villain, quote unquote, but not really. Because you know why he's not the main villain? Because, fuck, Starro just wants to fucking be by himself. Until the fucking US captures him. All he wants to do is just be by himself. But you know, you've been tortured for like 20 years. Of course you're gonna seek revenge on people. And it's, again, this movie does this amazing thing of just making you sympathize with these characters. And I can't stress that enough. Even to me, one of the true villain of the movie, the US / Peacemaker, even they get moments of like moments of empathy. Like, there's a scene near the end where like fucking Peacemaker's like it's about to fight Rick Flag, which, by the way, some of the deaths in this movie is bonkers. Like, some of the deaths I was like kind of shocked. But Rick Flag is like, yo, I'm gonna show the public the footage that the US was behind this Starro situation. And fucking Peacemaker's like, no, you can't do that. I'm under Waller's protection just in case shit goes south. Like, no. We're here to take that information and destroy it. That's what I'm here for. And literally, you see it in his face that he doesn't quite want to do this. Like, he has so much respect for Rick Flag. So much respect for this man. And you see it through the movie. He has so much respect for him. So when he has to do what he do, he feels bad that, fuck, this is a mission gone south. So he's not that horrible of a person. Yes, he's a scumbag. And he says things in this movie that is fucking kind of disturbing. But fuck, there's that one moment where he kills Rick Flag and Rick Flag literally says, like, Peacemaker, what a joke. And I'm like, fuck. And you just see it in John Cena's face. By the way, shout out to John Cena. John Cena he's doing his shit in this movie, man. Everyone's doing it, bringing their A game. But John Cena brought that emotion in his eyes, like, fuck. Like, I don't know if I made the right call here. And then when he sees Ratcatcher taking the information, he's like, fuck, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Ratatouille, don't do this. And he's like, now you're a witness. Now I gotta fucking kill you. Fuck. I don't want to, but I got to. Man, this movie's so fucking good. And, you know, one of the great things about the movie, man, is that, again, it does a great job also compared to other Marvel stuff, that it knows when to refrain from the jokes. Like, the jokes in here are fucking hilarious, but they have this dark humor behind it. This is my favorite scene in the movie, where Bloodsport and Peacemaker are having like a pissing contest of who's the better killer. And near the end of the scene, fucking, because Rick Flag gets captured. And near the end of the scene, they're like, alright, we gotta go save Rick Flag. They go into the tent. Rick Flag's fucking drinking tea and talking to the rebel leader. And they're like, wait, you're cool? And he's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? What the fuck happened? And you go outside and everyone is massacred. Fucking people are dead. Fucking heads are cut off. Oh my goodness. And they're just like, whoopsie. like this movie knows how to embrace its silliness. It doesn't take itself too serious. There is moments where characters shine, but there's also moments where characters just having a ball. Like, it's fucking, whether it be the fucking polka dot man thinks about his mom 24/7. He sees his mom in everybody. This movie just is just so much fun. Whether it be fucking beginning of the movie, fucking Thing is on his, Peacemaker is in his tighty whities for no fucking reason. This movie's just fun. And I'm so happy that this movie decides, you know, let Harley stand back. Harley, you're a great character, but we're gonna have you stand back for a little bit. You had your own solo movie to add on to your character, which Harley gets a little, you can see the growth in Harley. And to be honest, this Warner Brothers needs to introduce Poison Ivy by now. Like because Harley in here is so tragic, it's kind of sad, because all she ever known is bad men all her life. All she ever dated is bad men. And the moment she sees any type of fucking red flags in you, she's gonna kill you. And she gives a great speech about, like, now I don't even know. I don't even know the definition of a good man. Man, I'm just like, Harley, you need poison. You need poison ivy now, baby. You need love. You need true love. But man, even Harley is a fucking moment to shine. She gets her fucking Wonder Woman moment for me. She gets a no man's land from Wonder Woman in this movie. Like, fuck, it's so good. Where, like, halfway through the movie, it shows off Harley's abilities and why she's so dangerous. And then halfway through the movie, I guess Warner Brothers was like, yo, bro, can you please tone down the violence? It's getting a little too creepy. And fucking James Gunn was like, no. I got you, Chiefs. Fucking put fucking pixie anime cartoon shits on the screen, but there's still blood splashing everywhere. And the music choices, again, this man is a masterclass. The music choices that he does in that scene and throughout the whole movie is fucking economical. Beautiful. There's some beautiful imagery. Like, wait, when Harley goes through the eye near the end of Starro's eye and then the rats are coming through. By the way, favorite scene to go back to the relationship between fucking Bloodsport and fucking Ratcatcher 2. Again, they both near the end of the movie save each other, because he saves her like twice. First with fucking, what you would call it, with Peacemaker, and then again with fucking Starro. But then the end of the movie, fucking Ratcatcher shows why she's that dangerous motherfucker, why she's not to be trifled with, because she summons an army of rat. She's like doing her little pose and she's like, motherfuckers, she's like, the city don't belong to anybody, Starro, it belongs to them, fucking billions of rats. And again, fucking Bloodsport has a rat-ophobia, but and they jump on him and whatnot, and he's panicking, but she holds on to him, like almost like she's giving him a fucking baptism, like guiding him through. And it's just that moment where she's thinking back to her dad, and her dad saying, you know, why rat? She asks her dad, why rats, Papa? And he's like, rats? I choose rats because just like us, just like homeless people, you know, a lot of people look down upon them. They don't see them as valuable or worthless or weak or whatever. They see them as filth. But they have purpose. They have hopes. They have dreams, just like homeless people. And eventually, one day, they will show their purpose. And I was like, damn, that's so fucking beautiful, James Gunn. That's beautiful. That is a smart, fucking beautiful James Gunn. That is beautiful to say that. And she's crying, and I'm just like, Ratcatcher, your dad would be proud. You did good. Fucking beautiful movie. Beautiful. And then the end of the movie, fucking fucking Bloodsport gets the respect of his daughter. Like, you just hear that proudness and daughter when the daughter says, like, that's my dad, and she sees it on the news. That's my dad. My dad did something great. He did something special. He kept saying throughout the whole movie, like, I'm not a good man. I'm not anything. But he proved himself wrong because he grown thanks to Ratcatcher. Fuck, this movie is great. It's already getting a little too much, man. This movie is so fucking amazing. This movie is too amazing, man. I don't need to go on and on and on about this movie. The only negative I have about this movie is that I wish James Gunn had the whole Suicide Squad throughout the whole entire movie, and then slowly, one by one, started killing them off. I thought that would have been a really nice thing to do, to let you get more acquainted. Like, cause I'll be real with you, like, some of the deaths were funny, but the only one that made me say, like, oh shit, was Boomer, like Captain Boomerang. I was like, what? They got rid of Captain Boomerang? Like, I was sure he was gonna stay. But again, that was so great about it, because then that rose the stakes of the movie. Like, that everybody's expendable. Like, the only character I felt confident that was going to be safe was Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn's like the star of the show, and you know, it's Harley. They're not gonna have the balls to do, like, oh, Harley's fucking dead. They're not gonna have the balls to do that, even though they're trying to establish multiverse. They're not gonna have the balls to do that. Anywho, this movie is just a fucking beautiful movie, and you know, it sucks that the movie didn't sell well. It didn't do well. It did well on HBO Max. I think it's the second highest rated movie of the HBO Max lineup. Like, I think it's that highest. But man, this movie was touching, and I highly advise people to go watch it, because DC, again, I have problems with DC, but one of the things I'll say about them that I love so much is their villains, and that you can empathize with them so much. And I feel like if DC, Warner Brothers, would just keep the same energy, they're gonna always win. Keep the same energy, and they'll always win. They'll always be great. The problem is DC has, in my opinion, one of the worst track records. The problem with their movies, and I'm gonna wrap this up. The problem with the movies is that DC is inconsistent. Their consistency is horrible. It isn't like Marvel. Marvel has the thing that makes Marvel great, and despite having problems with Marvel having problems, Marvel is consistent. One thing you can never doubt on Marvel is that their movies are gonna be consistent. Like, I may have problems with Black Widow, but at least that movie was competent enough. And Marvel has, since everything is connected, Marvel does this tricky thing where they're like, you know that Florence Pugh, Black Widow's sister? Yeah, she's gonna be in a Hawkeye show, so you might wanna watch that Hawkeye show now. It's like, fuck, I had no interest in watching that show. Now I gotta watch it because fucking the new Black Widow's in it. And that's the beauty of Marvel. DC don't have that. Their whole universe is out of whack, and they're just now letting directors do whatever the fuck they want, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but it creates situations where their products are inconsistent, because you'll have something like last year's movie Wonder Woman 1984 that is a complete dumpster fire on the first movie. Like, what the fuck happened with that movie? And then you'll get something amazing like this. Same thing goes with Josh Whedon Justice League. You'll get something trash like this, but then you'll get something as amazing as Shazam, or something that is just as good as Aquaman, or you'll get something mediocre like, or something that's bad or mediocre like fucking Birds of Prey. Their inconsistency is what's fucking them up. And if DC keeps the same energy, because the next movie that's supposed to come out supposedly is the Batman, and I'm excited for the Batman, not because it's Batman, because it's Matt Reeves. And I don't know if anybody watched the reboot Planet of the Apes series. That shit was amazing. So I know Matt Reeves has this shit in the bag. This is an easy win for Matt Reeves. He don't even gotta try. That first fucking trailer is all he needed to show, and I'm sold. If DC could keep this energy going, you have 2 consecutive wins on your belt. If DC can turn that shit in with the next movie, DC will be on a great spot. They just need to be consistent. That's the key to winning, DC. Be consistent. And you need to fix your fucking universe, because that's another nitpick I have with this fucking movie. I don't know what in the timeline this movie fits. Like, I kind of know it's after the first Suicide Squad, but it's a soft reboot. What the fuck are we doing, DC, with this universe? What are we doing? Are you, again, stop throwing shit at the wall and have a game plan. You need a game plan, because this shit is not working out. This whole, we'll throw it to the wall and we'll see if it sticks. Like, that's cool, and you get something amazing like the Joker in this movie, but it's not viable, and you need a game plan. So fix your fucking universe and give me more movies like this. Give me more movies like this where I can fucking root for you guys. I'm tired of keep bashing you fuckers. I'm tired of it. It's fucking annoying. Anywho, this is it for the video. I hope you enjoy it. I have nothing left to say on this movie. Go watch it. Go see it. It's the best fucking DC movie. Probably my favorite movie of the year, to be honest with you. Anywho, this is me, Mr. Degenerate, signing out. Peace.